Premier Sim Gaming League's F9 PlayStation Division. I'm your host, Attacker Logan. I'm joined by Mr. Jack Tyler. How are you tonight?
I'm good, Logan. How are you?
Brilliant. I've just come off of work, and I'm about to do another work shift. Can you believe it? Here at the Autodromo Hermanos de and Señora, the home of the Mexican Grand Prix, and has been home of the event since 1962 and has been on and off. They went from 1962 to 1970, then they went away, came back in 1986 to 1992, and then came back in 2015 and has been hosting it ever since. But as the Mexican Grand Prix, actually, I should apologise, it's been known as the Mexico City Grand Prix since 2021. Kind of like the Sao Paulo Grand Prix in Brazil, yes. I was about to say America, but we've got Las Vegas coming up, so...
I like Mexico. It's a very good track.
Yes, especially the stadium section.
Yeah, the stadium sections. It's a unique aspect of this track, and you know,
Yes.
I think it's one of the biggest capacities in F1, and it might be the biggest. Obviously, the stadium section used to be host to a famous basketball team, famous baseball team in Mexico. They went away and moved, but the stadium section stayed intact for the Grand Prix. And actually, in the olden, in the 86 to 92, they actually went around the stadium in a long, sweeping right-hander. And most of this track actually stayed the same from the 1992 variant, I believe.
And they changed it up in 2015.
Yes. They changed it a little bit, put it in the same section. So yeah,
I
do like the track.
Yeah, I do too. They changed it a lot. I should mention, you know the team that played at the Final Stint? Well, not only did they move away from it, they moved to the other side of the circuit. They literally moved one and a bit kilometers away to the other side of the circuit. That's insane.
There's a stadium out the exit turn 3, isn't there, to the right of it?
Yes, and that's the new baseball stadium. I can't remember who the team is home to. As we see Stiggy on a lap right now. I should make sure that we don't lose connection tonight because there is a thunderstorm heading to my home place of Scotland, and hopefully it doesn't hit me, or you'll be seeing me very electrocuted. But hopefully that's not the case. Stiggy coming around turns 4 and 5 right now. Of course, this first big stadium section, kind of like the Hockenheim ring in my opinion, where you have all the 3 corners surrounded as we make their way through this tricky session 7 through 11, 7 come 11, and then it will be on the road to turn 12. This is a DRS zone, even though it looks a bit small. And this is where we enter the fun part, the Faro Sol Stadium. As you can see, the big podium there, which is also home to the Paddock Club, I believe, the best hospitality in sports, before making their way out, and 16 and 17 to complete a lap, and Sticky will set the bar at 1:16.603, and I do believe we have more on the way.
Okay, that time's probably a little bit slow for Sticky's liking. So just for reference, the pole lap in, as often but immediate beats it, the pole lap in my league F13 was a 1:15 flat, and that was also set by me, so I should know that. So expect times being 14s, maybe the track evolution's a little bit, maybe the guys haven't practiced as much, but expect it to be the times drop immediately as the track ramps up. This track does tend to ramp up quite a lot, so I expect times to be shaving off by about 1.4, 1.3 seconds.
Just to let you know about the standings, Time BB8 still leads with 24 points. Rastas, with his first win of the season, is now on 16. 15 points each for Tam and Kendi. Please do, if you go into the Discord, you may notice that is wrong. The higher placing in the rounds counts. So with a second place last time, Tam gets the edge over Kendi. That is not correct. If you go to the Discord, it should be Tam 3rd, Kendi 4th, not the other way round. Yossi is still in 5th despite retiring on the first lap in Belgium. BR4JK is on 12 as well, actually. They're both on 12, but of course Yossi gets the nod. Fish and Gold is in 7th on 11. Bob from the Block is 8th. Slipstream on 9th with 6, by the way. Fashion Gold and Bob from the Block have 11 points each. Slipstream is 9th with 6, and Tajine on 5 in 10th. Stiggy on 11th with 4. He is down in 8th right now. He set the first lap, and we have 9 times on the leaderboard right now, and I do believe D-Morts is going to make it 10, and he goes up into 6 just behind his teammate, Sander VG, in 6th place. 2,000 short, I should mention. That's pretty close.
Yeah, and like the championship standings, they are very close. To be honest, I haven't actually looked at championship standings for a while, as it's all new in Discord and stuff like that. But that is very tight, to be honest. But yeah, Yossi obviously DNF'd in the first lap, trying to pick his way up through the pack. And I actually didn't see any of the Steward's inquiries. I believe it was unpunished.
Yes, I should mention we did have some Steward's inquiries on like the first and second races. First one because they were all clean. Second one because, well, we don't talk about the second one.
Oh, it wasn't reported. It wasn't reported.
Alright, I will go to F9 findings. Tajine and Fusion Gold on lap 8 was reported, and 5 seconds was awarded to Fashion Gold.
Which is fair enough, because Fashion Gold did move over.
Yes, changed line multiple times, resulted in collision, and because he already got a 5-second penalty, they just added another 5 and made it a 10-second penalty. So it's not really a 5-second penalty awarded, it's a 10-second penalty, but, you know, we added 5 to the 5. King Ivan makes it 11 times on the board. Gronenvold will not make it 12 because he is invalidated. I find it hard to speak quick. I do apologise. I think he's going again, no. If he wasn't going to go again, he'd be going in the pits.
Again, it's quite easy to validate around this track, actually. You've got the turn 1, 2, 3 curves on the exit and then on the inside. You've got the stadium section, not stadium section. That corner there, Tam's just gone through, I think it's turn 12. That's quite easy to validate. You've got the exit out of the stadium section on the curb, because you've got to take a very tight line to get there, really. And also the S section, which is, I think, it is influenced by the Japan S section, isn't it? Like most tracks will be. Because it's such a unique aspect of a track. That many people include it, because in Japan, when we're going to next week, it's a very good feature of that track.
Yes, indeed. Tam is currently on a lap right now. He has not set a time, 1 of 4 not to do so. So is Slipstream. Gronevold has spun at, I do believe, turn 9, so he'll be having to head back in the pits empty-handed. Tam is on his way to 4, 5, and 6, the big combo around this section of the track. I should mention no reserves tonight to let you know. Just Tom, Kende, Nordels, Tom, and Bertelier not here tonight. Neither are any of the reserves. So just 15 you can see on the screen. You need no introduction, as I've just mentioned their positions in the championship. Tam now making his way through to the Far Soul. Go on.
This is going to be a really good lap, because the lines has been taking through the S section, through the corners has been fantastic. He's won quickest people on time trial. I think he's set 15-4 on time trial. 15-4 on time trial actually. So here we go then. He's gone across the line.
Fourth.
Might have been a 14-8 actually. I can't remember, but yeah, 4th. I thought that'd be a lot better time than what it was, but that's still a good time. So yeah, let's go. I also made a mistake. It was a 16 flat, not a 15 flat. I just realised.
Right, so
I was going to say that seemed a bit too quick.
So anyway, his teammate G-Mac is also on a lap, but he's not happy with it, so he bails into the pits. Rastad's on a lap now. He's just crossed the finish line to start one up. Remember, you don't have to start on the tyres. Unlike previous years, you don't have to start on the tyres you set your fastest lap within qualifying. You have a free choice. I should mention that the other league, you know its name, and oh dear, Rasta's having a spin there out of turn 3, and that'll be the end of his lap. Rasta's, of course, won last week.
Yeah, he did. That's another corner that's very tricky on power. So you've got the turn 3 curb, and you can't really clear it down because the curb will unsettle you and the car, especially if you go a bit too much. So you've got to avoid it, as the curbs are a lot different on this game. So you've got to try and stick to the outside, but try and get a good exit. It's a really tough corner on this year's game.
PR4 JK goes third with a 1:16.07. Yozzy is backed out. Tam is doing another lap now. Actually, no, he's not. I do apologise. He's backed off. Fashion Holes went into the pits. Sanders not doing a lap. D Mortz is backed out. But Baby 8 goes 1:15.5. He's now 4.5 tenths clear of Bob from the block. Good luck, everyone, trying to beat that time. He really is setting the bar high, and I don't think Rastus is going to do another lap. I do hear from some experts that the tyres will run. Actually, no, he's going to go again, because you're going to be swerving left and right through the S's section. You're going to got a lot of tight sections. It's going to be tricky to go another soft lap, but these brave souls look like they're going to go for it anyways. So Rasta has a 1:33.553. Of course, he's going to go faster than that because he did spin at this section right here. I think too much on the throttle, of course. He's got traction control off. I play with traction control on. I know I'm a shame.
That's a very good first sector time there, Logan, actually, at 28.4. Would be good to compare. I will compare it to BB8, but 28.4 is a very good first sector time. BB8 did a 28.3. So, yeah, so it does seem like he's thereabouts. This is going to be a tricky section. The tyres are wearing, the temps are going to get high, especially around Mexico. The highest track evolution, but it's the highest evolution on the circuit. I think about 3,000 meters above sea level. Mexico City is a very high, city in general. So yeah, the tyres will be struggling for. I thought the drivers obviously in real life do struggle. Probably the tyres will be struggling to just generate grip and whatever. But he's going to come on the final corner. This looks like a decent time. Power did slide. It goes across the line. It's a 58 on worn tyres. That is not too bad. And with reducing ERS, that's a very decent lap. Maybe BB8 should be a little bit worried in that Aston Martin garage.
Yeah, he should be. We're 3 tenths behind. I bet without that slide and on soft tyres, he would have smashed the time out of the water. But that's to be seen. The next time he comes around, he does have time, about 5 minutes left. I can't really tell because there are yellow flags that keep coming out, and I wish they didn't copy them. 5:20 left, thank you. As 2 drivers are yet to set a time, and their name is Groenewold and Slipstream. Slipstream's gonna... Oh, what's happened?
King Ivan took too much curb with the S section, and he kept out the wall, fair play to him with the OBS. So yeah, he's lost it. And
Slipstream has went second off camera. I'm sorry we cut away from that, Slipstream, but yeah. And Groenewold's not going to set a time. He's went red again on his track map, which means it's an invalid lap. So he will have to come in again. And this just gets worse and worse for Groenewold. He just can't seem to get any lap times in. Fish and Gold on lap 2.
Logan, Bob from the box, purple in sector 2.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's gone 3 tenths clear, but he's gone purple in sector 2. Let's see what the same section's like. This can make a break a lap. The final corner's also tough. Corners get power down. So I think it's a second lap on these tyres as well. A bit of a stutter on the gear.
Got it.
Right.
No, he's not.
1/10 out. So BB8 must have had an absolutely insane last sector because he's still a 10th clear.
Either that, or we accidentally turned realistic performance on because he's in a Williams. Sorry.
Then BB8's on.
Why is Bob from the block cutting the entire chicane?
So he can get back to their pits, isn't it?
I think that's against the rules, isn't it?
It is, yes it is.
But I cannot report that. But it might be down to the drivers. They would have to. I think they would have to show proof. But it's going to be very hard to notice. But I honestly, I'm weird, but I find it weird that the stewards are unable to check the footage. By the way, Tam is on a lap right now. I'll go to that. Oh no, he's went into the pits. But yeah, what I was saying was the stewards, of course, they can't. There's 30 different tiers. Okay, not 30, but it would be really tough for them to check every single race. That's why the drivers report it.
Yes. But also, Logan, this is I've always been a hinge of this, but I've always been a believer of this. Surely you have a steward per league, so they watch footage and stuff like that.
Watch the entire race.
Surely you allocate a steward for a league,
Yeah.
And if it's a league with no commentary or no streams, put them in the not put them in the race, but let them spectate the race.
Yes.
And they can decide decisions not inside the race, but like decisions can come sooner or later rather than later. Obviously, they will miss some action. The drivers will still report. But is that not like a? I'm not criticising Kryptonite or Big C or whatever. I'm just like saying maybe. No, I'm not criticising it. Not at all.
You're not criticising anything because it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing to begin with, so it's not a criticism.
Exactly. I'm just saying, like, maybe. Obviously, I know many people don't want to be stewards and stuff like that. It's a big responsibility to take on.
Yeah.
But maybe you can try and just hinge a plan, like have for the PC leagues. Maybe actually try out.
Yeah.
For the lower PC leagues.
I'm sorry, Jack. We're gonna have to cut away because Yozzie's on a lap right now, and so is BB8. By the way, we'll have a chat about that maybe later. But BB8 and Yozzie, two prime contenders in the championship. Yozzie's invalidated. That is so unfortunate, and that you might have to go again. I think he does have time. Yeah, a lot of time. And BB8 on a lap as well, though. We're going to keep on tab with him as he makes his way to turn number 4. The chicane and turn number 5.
He's up.
He is up on his time. This is bad news for the remainder of the field. This is bad news for Bob from the block, Slipstream, Rastas. As we enter the closing stages, he's went wide. That might cost him a bit of time. Still in the green. As he makes his way out of number 2.
He went wide though, that might cost him a little bit of time. And
the McLaren there does let him through, thank goodness for that. Well, that would be a very unfortunate way to lose out on improving that time. As he comes around the final corner now. Oh, he grabs a bit of the curb, sausage curb there. Has he improved? Oh, yes, he has! 1.5 attempts. Good luck trying to beat that. As Demorts crosses the line to start his final flying lap. BR4JK there as well. A few drivers still not got to the line yet. I'm not sure if Fashion Gold's going to get a line. Maybe, maybe not.
Yes, he should do. He has got the Haas of, I believe, Vastad behind him though, so he will have to get a move on.
Yeah, he'll get there.
Again. So here we go then. The last run, 18 seconds to go. Who will be on the front row?
Has invalidated. He has one last chance. 10 seconds to go. Stiggy is invalidated and he won't get to the line in time. So that will be the end of his chances to get any further up than 13th. GMAC. Coming out. Tajine is not set a lap, by the way. GMAC has set a time of 6.52. A very disappointing showing from GMAC. It might be the bottom of the barrel for him. Tam coming around the final corner now. And he goes 7th, sorry.
King Ivan will go P6, good time. I believe it's the Aston Martin, the BB8, is it? Or is he coming in? He's coming in.
No, he's going out again, but he's just crossing the line. Rastas now has invalidated.
Oh, where's he? He must have found it last corner, right?
Slipstream now. I think he might be behind. No, he's pit. He's pit. Bob from the block's invalidated. I think this is over.
Yeah,
I think this is over pretty much. Unless Fashion Gold can pull a miracle out of the bag. Gronevold is going to be starting at the back. No time from him. Sander comes into the pits. I think it's over. I think he's back. He's not going to make it to the line in time. So I think we have ourselves our pole man, and it is BB8, the championship leader, has done it again.
Wow. The consistency level from BB8 are really, really good. Yeah, he's the fastest man in this league by far and away, but
he's not got a pole yet this season.
No, but he does seem like he's the quickest guy in the league. His race pace, he's always up there. I know it's round 3. It's a long way to go in the season, but from the early showings, he does look like he's one of the quicker guys, if not the quickest guy. So, you know, it's a good lap. 15.3 is a very, very good lap. Let's see how it all transpires though in the race. Cold tyres, no formation lap, remember. Although the straight basically warmed them up anyway. But yeah, 36 laps. Around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit. Weather could be an impact. An impact. It could be play a part to play a role to play. Whatever the saying is.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Yossi to finish up. There we go. So for the first time this season, the championship leader, BB8, is on pole. I'm going to call him that, by the way. I love that. I love that name. I've never watched Star Wars, though. Anyway, BB8 on pole, Bob on the block in second, Slipstream third, Rastus fourth, BR4GK fifth, Ivan sixth, D-Mort seventh, Tam 8th, Yossi 9th, Fashion Gold 10th, Tajine 11th, Sander 12th, Sticky 13th, GMAC 14th, and with no time whatsoever, Groenewold will be starting at the back. So we have a Dutchman at the front and a Dutchman at the back. Perfect symmetry.
LAS, which is obviously an esports team kind of thing, and they get a lot back in the chat, and they always back the boys and maybe potential girls in this league that are part of LAS. So that's nice to see.
Yes, indeed. Apparently, sorry to talk real life one, the FIA is not happy with Oscar Piastri. But that's for another day.
It's just a weird thing.
Yes. I mean, it could have been worse. What if Jarno Opmeer went to, say, Alpine again? Because he used to be part of the Renault Academy, which is now Alpine. Alright, remember, no formation lap, so once we transition to the grid, it will be lights out and away we go.
And it's a hot evening here in the UK. So the guys from the
Not
UK...
We're in Mexico. It's always hot in Mexico.
Okay, so obviously it's a hot day. The drivers will be potentially very hot. So
in their sim racing seats.
Yeah, exactly.
On their pads. Blood, sweat, and tears to the end.
They will be sweating like mad. It's a very hot day. Also, heat wave is here. It's 29 degrees, so not as hot as it was on Thursday.
Here come the lights. We have 5 lights and the drivers, and it's lights out and away we go. And what? Stiggy's been disqualified for reversing off the start line. What in the world?
What?
That is the weirdest disqualification I've seen. Remember, they're going to have cold tyres due to the glitches. And they come to the first corner. Rastas goes around the outside, takes the lead. Rastas takes the lead, and BB8 tries to respond, but he can't do it in time. Rastas takes the lead ahead of Slipstream. Bob from the block has had a horrible start. He's went down to 5th. The cold tyres are just not helping him, and D-Morts has fallen down to 9th as they head into turn number 4 now. Looks like they're getting through. Oh, there's a massive battle, and oh dear, and Yossi's been shafted into the wall by Ivan. What is going on? That is a dangerous move by Ivan. He might get a slap on the wrist for that, and even a time penalty as well. And BB8 and Slipstream are now battling for second. Slipstream was in second for a bit, but he's lost it back to BB8. Bob from the block up to 4th now. BR4 and Tajine 5th and 6th. And D-Mort's right behind too.
Oh, look at BR4's round. He's been tagged by Tajine.
BR4's round.
Yeah, he's tagged by Tajine into turn 12. But the sticky disqualification is one weird one. I will try and get confirmation for you guys in the stream about what happened there.
And there's a lot of battling happening right at the rear of the pack. 5-way battle. I wish this was for the lead. Groenewold went up to 11th already. I am trying to see what in the world happened to Stiggy.
So according to him, it didn't launch him off the line and it put him into reverse.
Oh jeez.
Is that another glitch in this game?
I'm not sure, but I highly doubt we're going to get a restart, because the same thing happened. Well, it didn't happen in Miami, but Miami, people were just too focused on the race. They didn't have any time to look at their phones, look at their computers or whatever. We don't really blame them. It's not really their fault, but it's just out of their control. As we see the two Williams drivers fighting for 4th place. That's Tajine right at the rear of Bob from the block. Of course, Bob from the block started on the front row.
So you need to use a lot of DRS. Sorry.
Yeah, please. If you don't know Jack Tyler, he likes to jump in at random points. There we go. Rasta's 1.1 ahead, and DRS will be enabled, so that will be no concern from whatsoever, because what's the gap? 1 second. If you're within 1 second of the driver in front, you can go for the DRS. That will be activated from, well, it will not be turn 3 onwards, it will be turn 9, well, turn 11 onwards, I should say. Turn 9 is the detection zone. There is no detection zone before the second one of the lap, which is between turns 3 and 4. And Sander and GMAC jockeying for position, and now Fashion Gold's going to get into the action. GMAC as well. Lots of battling happening at the back. Why is it the back today?
You want at the front, don't we? But
exactly.
It's action at the end of the day.
And looks like GMAC wants to get right behind them again, but behind him will be King Ivan. He's stuck in a Merc sandwich. D Morts finds his way stuck into a Williams sandwich. But now it's going to be an even bigger sandwich. Going to add another layer with Yossi trying to go around the outside after a horrible first lap, which seeing nearly into the wall, but luckily no damage. And he goes wide again. And he goes on the inside of Tajiri, in the far or so, the crowd going wild, and Pandemonium, he's gone the outside, he might have to give that back, you know. Well, he does, but he's going to have to go, and then GMAC's already incurred a 3-second time penalty, and I bet you that's the first, but it definitely won't be the last.
Yeah, as the King Ivan picked up one literally at the same corner, as Tajiri has got the DRS, but the straight line speed of that half is incredible. Tajiri could barely pull away. We're going to see a surprise little send, Daniel Ricciardo type send. No, we're not. But I mean, realistically, Tajiri is gonna go down this straight, but he's on wide again. It's stuck on power there. But here we go then. This be round 2.
He's got the DRS though, Tajiri, so he's going to have the advantage. And what's this, Yossi? Wow. What in the world is that? A brave move in the face of adversity where he had nothing to help him. Everything against him, he decides to go for it anyway. Brave move. This guy has got some nerves of steel. I try to say the other word, obviously, but remember, this is a family show.
He's got a penalty there. That looked like it was coming, but fair play to Tajiri. D Morton's gone round somewhere. He's gone round the. He's got damage as well.
Turn 9, turn 10.
But yeah, fair play to Tajiri, who left the door open. Saw Yossi was probably going to send it. He did. Was not expecting it at all. But fair play to both of them. No contact made.
No contact made, but Yossi has a 3-second time penalty against him. He's been a naughty boy, and I bet he won't be the only one, as I've just said. Lap 5 now, and look at this! BB8 has got within 4 tenths, and now behind Rastas, can he get through with the DRS in his hand? No, he backs off because he knows there's going to be another zone there, Jack.
Yep, this is he's quietly stalked up on towards the back of Rastas. I believe he won last week. So let's see.
Yes, he did.
Here we go then. Is he gonna? He's not using the RS. He's probably throwing up like he did. But we're probably gonna start getting used to seeing a Haas and an Aston Martin at the front here. They look like they're too strong. They look like the 2 quickest drivers in this league. But it was the other Haas in Austria of Yossi.
Yes,
it is a quick driver. Don't get me wrong. But let's see. BB8 does seem to go on the outside line there. Which is a variable, a variable line, but it does cost you some time into the actual F section, but gives you better exit. So,
yes, I should mention that there is a lot of other battles going on as well. Bob on the block and Slipstream. One of them, they could be joining the fight too if BB8 and Rastas keep squabbling for the lead. I should also mention Fish and Gold has got past Sander for 7th off camera. And there's a lot of battles still happening right at the back. And now BB8 has another opportunity to take the lead.
Here we go then. Fashion Gold sets a path to that. But right now, our main focus is on BB8. He's closing in. No ERS used. But here we go. Down on the inside. A lead change could be in play here. But Rastas will hold it. He's got the inside line for turn 2. But now BB8 will have the inside line for turn 3. This is brilliant racing. As he's forced him wide a little bit. Nothing in that really. DRS open it again. Tucked into the slipstream. Rastas makes his car as big as a 2-meter car, try and be as big as possible, defends the middle, which is the best thing to do, and it will be BB8 still behind by 2 tenths, but slipstream involved in the block. They're pouncing.
And look at this. It's a 4-car battle for the lead. You love to see it. And if they keep going on, it might be 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. Who needs a safety car? Let's be honest. If the safety car comes out, it doesn't really change a thing now.
No, it doesn't. The pack's still built up. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It is building up indeed. I should mention, by the way, I forgot to turn the tyres on. There we go. Stiggy has broken his silence about what has happened at the start. But I cannot say what it is because it is very curse-wordy. And look at this BB-8 on the inside at the final corner. And he's going to have the DRS. This is the worst-case scenario for Rastas. But look at this. Look at this. He's got right on his back. And he's going to get the lead again. Surely not. No.
What happened at the last corner? Did Rastas lose it, kind of?
I don't know. Maybe he was trying to pull the dummy and give him the DRS, but it didn't. And he got the DRS instead. Rastas gets passed back into the lead, though. Will there be any response from TN? He's going to try and find a way, but he won't get one. And look who's behind him! Slipstream and Bob from the block. The other
half is battling. Sorry, the other half is battling. Oh, he's been spun round! Yossi's spun round. Yossi's spun round Taine. It's the second week in a row.
And he's got a penalty.
Involved in an incident.
Yeah, he's got a penalty as well. I think he entered it the wrong way. I do apologise, but there's so much happening at the front, I couldn't keep track. But that's bad news for Tajine. That might be action against Yossi, who, let's be honest, hasn't had the best of starts to the championship. He had nearly won the first race, but made a grave mistake in trying to pull the dummy. And then, of course, went out in the first lap last week. As now the 4-way continues around the final corner they go in lap 8. And now Rasta zigzagging, trying to break the toe. Bit questionable, but then again, they do it in the Indianapolis 500 all the time when it gets to the closing stages. BB-8 now right on the back. He's going to have a chance when they come out to turn number 3. And Slipstream and Bob from the block might be involved in their own battle. And Slipstream has had a slide out of turn 1. And that is not a good sign for him. And because that means BB-8, not BB-8, sorry, Bob from the block's going to look at the chance to the outside. But he gets cut off. But he's still going to find a way to get past him. He's right on his inside of turn 5. And did he collide there? I'm not sure, but...
Yeah, they touched side pods.
And Slipstream still gets ahead. They touch side pods. And the battle continues then. We are treated into a thrilling race in this, the top event of the bill on the Sunday. This is fantastic.
Logan, all of this is bringing Yossi and Fashion Gold and Sander into it, and it could potentially bring Tam into it as well later on in the race.
Oh, hold on.
Yossi completely sent it in turn 1.
I'd just like to divert your attention to King Ivan. He's got damage and he's had to let the entire field through. Oh dear. Actually, what has happened? What has happened? He's had an absolute shocker there and he's fallen right to the back. We now divert our attention back to the top of the field, and it is Rastas right ahead of BB-8. Half a second separating them. I don't see a send, but I can see a send here from Bob the block. He is right past Slipstream and into the podium places he goes. But remember, Slipstream won't get the DRS, but Tien BB-8 will, because there's no detection zone before turn number 1.
Yeah.
And there it goes.
That's fair enough, because there's 2 back-to-back zones, like in Hungary, so... Oh, Slipstream's had another moment out of turn 4 or 5. So he's dropped off a little bit.
Oh, and a battle happening between Tam, Tajine and GMAC, and BR4 in there with a front row seat as well.
This is incredible. What a race we are having so far here in the Mexico City Grand Prix. And we're only 9 laps in, Logan. I'm loving it.
I wish it was like this every week. The British Grand Prix, final few laps every week. Can we have that in the real F1, please? Sure, it's not a perfect sport, but come on. This is just basically this, except it's happening in 3 different places.
Yeah, exactly. I wish we had this in F1, these close battles, but, you know, sometimes we don't get what we wish for. But here comes BB-8 again. DRS, is he going to just quietly stalk upon the prey again?
Probably. 4 tenths, that's a good gap.
He's braking a lot later than than Rastas, so
Yes.
he's getting a lot.
So we make our way down to turn number 4. Now, what is going to be the move? And Groenewold has retired from the session in the pit lane. He's just fed up of the horrible luck he's been having today. No time in qualifying, nowhere to go in the race, and it's just over for him as Hyena makes a move on Tam for 8th place, and no response from Tam means he will be securing that 8th for the meantime.
Indeed, he will, and that's still points in the end of the day, so yeah. Yes, well, that's a decent amount of points, but it's only 2, but you know, that could mean the world of difference.
And Slipstream's got a penalty.
Yeah, it's a big penalty.
They're all on hard tyres, I should mention, so they're going to be going the long game. They feel more comfortable in the hards. That's a...
It's the quicker strategy.
Yeah, it is. Basically a mixed bag of choices. No one's chilled and soft. Why would you? Let's be honest. And slide there by Aussie, I should mention. But here comes BB8 again. 3/10 the gap. Rastas trying to get away, but no. Here he comes. BB8 right on the back of him. Rastas going to have the inside covered, but he'll have the outside line on turn number 2. And that's going to give BB8 the advantage, but Rastas is going to point back edge, but no. BB8 has taken the lead back, and he has DRS. Is he going to send it, Rastas? No. Meanwhile, Slipstream above the block for turn 4, and Slipstream gets the edge. What a battle this is.
Yep. The front runners, and they're still staying within a second of each other. This is absolutely fantastic. 1.3 seconds separates the top 4. And Rastas picked up his first penalty.
And Rastas getting a penalty, and Bob the Block's got a penalty. BB8 is the only one with a clean slate as they head down to the Furrow right now. I wish you could hear the crowd from here. They are going bananas. And we're in... penalties back to back there. Yeah. And now they come out of the stadium, and to complete the first third of the race now with this lap. Lap 12, and the 4-way continues. Half a second of gap for Rastas. Half a second of gap between him and Slipstream. Half a second gap between Bob the Block, but Rastas will have a shot at first. He goes to the outside, tries to move for BB8. BB8 cuts him off and makes him wait. And he's also going to give Slipstream and Bob from the Block a chance to open the door wide open. Rastas, a second chance. But he's not going to get it. Look how close they are, Jack. I've never seen anything this close in a long while.
This is fantastic. And you know, we wanted this. Obviously, I'm not saying the previous races have been boring, but they haven't lived up to this. We haven't had we've usually just had 2, or maybe someone's been good enough to go out and dominate, like Rastas last week. But this is incredible. We could potentially have a 7-way battle if Aussie picks it up a little bit and goes down.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack again? Oh, and Rastas. He'll be lucky that Slipstream's in running at the back of him there as they make their way around. And BB8 has started to pick up the pace, but he's lost a bit of time coming out of that. Now the gap is 6/10, and that's going to come tumbling down. As you see behind BB8's rear wing that is sponsored by Cognizant. Rastas closing up. We have a sponsor ourselves, don't we? We have GT Omega. They provide some of the best sim racing, and some of these drivers are probably using GT Omega themselves. Rastas right behind and looking for a chance to pounce and take the lead once again.
I think that's a bit rude, interrupting the sponsor team. But
he's on the outside.
We barely got any time to mention them. Down the inside to turn 5. This is brilliant racing. Oh my goodness me, he's going to still stick around the outside in some right-hander. Not a place you really want to be defending, but Slipstream's on the back of BB8.
Oh my! Oh my! And Rastas makes a bit of a mistake out of turn 7. And this is just, he's opening the door wide open for Slipstream and Bob the Block. Now Slipstream is going to have a chance at BB8, but he won't get there because he has no... Come on, give me a better camera angle than that. Rastas now has the advantage. Slipstream right on the back of BB-8. BB-8 starting to struggle, but remember, he's the only one for clean slate, so he has the advantage in that category. And now we make our way around to start lap 14. It's Rastas who will be the one with the target on his back. BB-8 now, 6 temps, 5 temps. I don't think he's going to get there in time. No, he is not. Just a reminder, Premier Sim Claiming Leads is brought to you by GT Omega, the provider of some of the sim racing gear that you can get, seats and all, and stands. But there's also Grid Rival, where you can have your own fantasy league in Formula 1, and it's a lot of fun. Check it out. Finally, we got the sponsors in.
Yeah, finally. A bit rude, interrupting them, but no, it's fine. It's good racing. It's actually fantastic.
Yes. I think it... But yeah, our sponsors matter too, because of course, without them, there'd be no league. Perhaps. Well, the league wouldn't be allowed to grow, that's one thing.
Definitely not.
So the battle's still raging on as they come through Forso once again to the absolute cheers of the crowd. They cannot stop waving their flags. And that's not really good for those sitting behind them because they can't see this amazing action. Yossi and Fusion Gold have pit. The first round of pit stops beginning. Don't expect the hard tyre runners to pit yet. They'll be out for a little bit longer as 60 people are watching. I'm surprised it's not more because this has been fantastic. As we've approached turn number 4 now, the leading pack making their way, and BB-8 is going to have a chance to make a move, but he's not going to get it. Slipstream inches a little bit closer to the top 2. Jack, what is going on?
Logan, I can't comprehend. My brain is completely gone. Like honestly, this is incredible. How these guys have kept consistency to stay this close and be able to be this focused on each other when battling away. This is why I'm in a lower league, because my head would be frazzled. I'd be gone. I'd be making mistakes left, right, and centre. But this is why it's the top Sunday tier. Sander picked up another penalty. This is why it's the top Sunday tier, because you can just see guys like these are incredible at keeping concentration and focus, and especially in these hot conditions in the UK, the Netherlands. The Slipstream's gone wide actually to. Locked up.
And look at this. This is a chance for Bob from the block to overtake. And Bob from the block has probably been at the back of everyone's mind for the past few laps. Meanwhile, at the front, BB-8 still trying to get past, and here goes Bob from the block for a podium position. And he goes right outside, sending it. Brave move, but that means Slipstream has lost it. Slipstream has lost it and will be falling down the order. Sander passes him. Tajini and Tam about to pass him too. No, he just stays ahead, but he might be overtaken. No change at the pecking order at the top, and now Tajini and Tam pounce at the best opportunity. Tajini gets past, and now, but Slipstream ain't done yet. He's going to go for it. He's very furious. But somehow, he has not got past Tajini, and now Tam on the back of him too. Slipstream tyres, by the way, they're going to be a very, very warm.
Yes, they definitely will be. I mean, it's just one of these races. Like, Bob's not going to catch up to the top 2. I'm sure he will, because they're just battling like absolutely crazy. Slipstream will be gutted, but if he could still probably be in contention here if he goes on a very... The undercut is quite powerful around this side, I believe. So,
yep.
Let's see.
And now back at the front, BB-8 trying to get past Rastas again. Rastas having none of it. He wants him nowhere near him, and Tajini has pit, bringing Slipstream up to 5th, but 4 seconds behind, as BB-8 once again is going to try and bid to take the lead from Rastas again. Because they have just been back and forth the whole race, and it feels like it's never going to end.
This is incredible as King Island picks up his another penalty for him. I don't want this race to end, Logan. I really don't.
Well, it's got to end. There's only 36 laps. If it went on forever, they'd run out of fuel, run out of tyres, and run out of airtime.
Yes, but they're providing entertainment for the viewers. And do you know what? Nexco is quite known for not good producing some decent. It produces some decent racing, but not amazing. It's certainly not done that today. It's certainly produced a fantastic Grand Prix.
Yes, indeed. By the way, Takine and Fusion Gold having a battle for 9th here, jockeying around turn 6, but it's Takine that gets up ahead. He is just Fusion Gold pitted 2 laps ago. And the battle, yep, and he's very close now. 3.5 temps. This could be the one. Look at how close he's getting. Outside for BB8, inside for Rastas. Who will get ahead at the end of it? Contact. Oh, they've collided. They've contact, and now BB8 goes wide.
Hop from the blocks back in this. He's back.
Oh no!
Not again, oh no. This is too much, it's way too much.
It's starting to ramp up again. I mean, this might occur a lot at top level, but it rarely occurs here in all honesty. And when it does, it's fantastic.
This is honestly one.
Oh!
Oh my lord, are they battling?
BB8 made a mistake, he saves it, but that means Bob from the block is just inching him in a little bit more.
Never did I think I'd be seeing a Haas, Aston Martin and Williams in the top 3 on an F1 game ever. We're seeing it here. Obviously equal cars,
PSGL.
So that's why. But, still.
I mean, watch F2, it's all the same cars. F3, it's all the same cars. Formula E is all the same cars.
Yeah.
I mean, ergonomically and aesthetically, they're completely different cars. As Slipstream has went into the pits for his stop.
That's early.
Yeah, 6 drivers left to pit, and they should be pitting in the next few laps. Not now, though, as the lead between the top 2 has increased to half a second.
So, Yossi's 24 seconds behind the leader of Razhaz. Can we potentially see Yossi back involved in this? Because I don't actually know how long a pit stop is. How many seconds was Slipstream behind the leader? Was he about 7? Something like that,
I think it was 7, yeah. I know he was 4 seconds behind Sander.
Yeah, so he's 30, so about 9 seconds, so it's about 21 seconds. If they pit now, I still think Yossi's gaining on them. So if they keep battling away, Yossi could be reeled back into this Grand Prix. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Will 2 become 3? Will 3 become 4 like it did earlier? We'll have to find out. Tactics Rules, of course, making references of some of my past commentary endeavours. As I do believe Bob from the Block has come in for an undercut, I believe. I think I said I believe twice.
Yeah, you did. But who cares, Logan? The race is so good.
Yeah.
Language, our analytics, they're gonna be wrong. Analytics? Don't know why I said that word. See, exactly, example there.
Never mind. Anyway, the gap now 3 temps between the top 2. Is there going to be a dive here? No, not this time, because we all know we all have a bit of a dive bomb. But let's hope it's not an intercontinental ballistic missile, because we've had some of those and usually they have backfired. Of course, we have seen some incredible dive bombs from Brendan Lee. Oh wait, sorry, wrong league, wrong commentator, wrong volume. I was referencing the mic errors that Ginger Andy had in his first commentary of season 30, as the gap now half a second, approaching the far silver now. What is it going to do? Are they going to pit now and pit later? I'm sure they're going to pit later. They've already seen Bob from the Block take to the pits. What is it going to be? Rastas, make your move. He's in, he's in!
Yeah, that was dodgy. That was dodgy.
Now, I'm going to check the rulebook because I didn't have a chance to. Did he cross the line? He did. I'm sure about that. But
well,
I want to check.
Not there. If the ball was there, it would have been hit. It would have been hit.
So no, he gets the pit stop on mediums.
I was going to say, I messed up from Mazpass. Oh.
Sander, Bob from the Block. There he is. Bob from the Block. and he is ahead. Rastas is ahead. Yossi is there as well. Sander and BR4 are going to come out behind. BR4 is going to come out behind Slipstream, but Sander comes out ahead. But remember, he's got to warm those tyres up. Ooh. And Bob from the block is behind Rastas, but he's got cold tyres and he's going for it. He is going for it. And remember, Rastas, he has the cold tyres. I do apologise. I think I got it wrong. Bob from the block's going to be held up a bit because of the cold temperature. They're going to slow his cornering speed down.
Logan?
Yes?
I've just realised, obviously, because we've got the errors in pit lanes now, obviously, and stuff like that, and it's manual guidance, you have to press X or whatever button you can set it to. If BB8 messes up the pit lane here, he could be behind Bob from the block, Rastas, and Yossi if he has the stuff for an issue. He just about does it right. Here you go, he's into the pits now.
I should mention, I do believe pit errors are off, but turn-in is on. Okay. It would be very unfair. Be very unfair.
They are quite common as well, actually.
Yes.
There you go, then.
I've had it all the time in my team. And he comes out of the pits. No problems, no dramas. But where is Rastas? There he is, crossing the finish line.
So close.
And out comes BB8, and he's got ahead! He's got ahead! The undercut has worked a dream! Bob for the block there as well, and he's into second. The undercut has worked to their advantage. BB8 now in a spot above her, and Yossi on hards is coming up too!
Yeah, that is something. I think his pit stop was a little bit slower than the rest of them, so yeah, he warmed up his tyres, but Yossi's in the distance. You can see the white hat.
Oh no! I'm just going to check, by the way, the rules for the pits. Track limits is not an issue right now. Yes, I should mention, when pitting, drivers must keep to the right of the white and red painted area separating the track and the pit entry. Crossing onto that area for full tyre or more in any direction is prohibited. The curbing is considered as part of the painted area, which is deemed to start on the safety car line 1. Which is at the beginning of the pit entry. The crossing of this area by a driver who are committed to the pit lane is prohibited, and when exiting the pits, drivers must keep to the right of the solid white line. We all know that. But yes, if he did cross before the safety car line 1, I think he might be getting a penalty.
Yes, he probably will be, but it depends if it's reported or not. But really,
yes, of course. It should be.
If you're BB8, really, you report that, right? Because it's a leader, it's a championship rival. If you want to play mind games in this season this early on, you've got to report that. I definitely do. It's 2.7 seconds behind.
I don't want to bring mind games. I'm more for sportsmanship and etiquette.
Yeah,
it's a gentleman's sport.
Obviously, but some people do want to go on the mind game route, and maybe BB8 I'm not saying he is like that, obviously, but maybe some people might want to do that just to get in the heads. The eSport guys would probably do that, but let's see how it goes. He's on 2 lap old tyres as well. Yeah,
I'll tell you, it makes me think of things that make you look bad in Gran Turismo Sport. What is sportsmanship? Oh yeah, we got the Gran Turismo 7 League. The tiers have been revealed. The placings have been revealed for our new season of Gran Turismo 7, which will be coming up soon. I haven't played that game in ages, by the way. I need to get around to it again. BB8. Yeah, BB8's still in the aggregate lead, I should mention. He's no penalties. Fusion Gold, also the other driver for Clean Slate, but he has BR4JK all over his gearbox. Lap 24, BB8 has DRS. He's trying to reel Bob from the block in. Actually, no, he's trying to reel himself in, Bob from the block. He's the one moving faster after all. And that's a good gap for the next corner, and with the hotter, better tyres, I think he might have an edge over Bob from the block coming out of turn number 3. Here we go, what's he going to do? Is he going to go and try and make a move again, is he? And we have an incident in Sector 3, I do believe that is King Ivan again. I'll just cut to that now. And he's cut the pit lane entry, looks like he's went again. He span. He spans the whole length of the track, no, he spun.
Yeah, sorry, he spun, but it's just it's one of those, like, King Ivan, he struggled. He has struggled today, but
yeah, he struggled a lot recently.
You get those in life, and like in F1, in the sim racing.
It's really, Yeah, it's raining penalties. Hallelujah, it's raining penalties. Yes, thank you, Tactics Rules. You're not a weather girl. Sorry. Or Jerry Halliwell. Or Christian Horner's wife. I mean, it's not wrong. Anyway, BB8 behind. And trying to get back past Bob from the block. He's reeling him in. He's going to get the move done before he gets to the first corner. But what has Bob from the block got to say about this? Is he going to try something? I don't think he is. Oh, no, actually. He may have another window of opportunity, but he's not going to get it. He's going to have to try and think of something. Think inside or outside the box as I start to lose my throat.
Yeah. Bob from the block doesn't seem like he has the pace to keep up with BB8 and Razkaz. But the reason he's so close to them is because they were battling so much. And I think it's the same with Slipstream. So, to be honest, I think third is the best you can get. On the mediums, Razkaz and BB8 have just been incredible pace-wise. So, let's see how this pans out. Because it looks like Slipstream's actually quite quick on the mediums. Maybe he could can't force him back to tell Bob from the block. Potentially. But watch this phase, guys, because there will be more battling. As BB8 is closing in about 4 attempts to slap on Razkaz.
And he needs to close in Bob from the block because he has penalties. Again, BB8 does not. I should mention that Yozzy and Slipstream have 6 seconds worth. Oh, and Slipstream disconnected. That is not a good sign.
How long have they been disconnected for?
I don't know. I don't know why he's disconnected.
Happened last week as well, didn't it? Right at the end of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he did. You're right, actually. And now he's getting passed by Sander. And I fear that will only be the catalyst to his downfall. It's just a real shame that sometimes it's pretty much the equivalent of losing power in real Formula One. They actually have been pretty dormant since the pit stops, I have to say.
Yeah, do you know what though? We can't complain. We got so much action as well, so it's not like it's been like a dormant race. It's just been steady. I think to be fair, I think we needed that because we were losing it here in the commentary box. So.
Sander gets another penalty and joins the 6-second club. BB8 still on a clean bill of health.
Somehow.
He nearly cut the corners a few times in 7 through 11.
How many? He's got one warning. He's got 2 warnings, so he's on the cusp of penalty, and that would open this race up massively. But realistically, right, if you're BB8, you don't have to take the S section to push it too hard because you know you're going to probably win this race. You know you're quicker in most of the track, so
of course.
No need really.
As BR4 and Tajine battling for 8th position down the long home stretch. And BR4 gets affirmatively into 8th. As the top battle continues, as BB8 starting to reel Rastas in and get the lead proper.
Yeah, he's not really push it on the curves, if you see.
Yeah, I've started to notice that, to be fair.
He's not, he's keeping it calm. Because what any logical person would do, really, like Santa's down, he's not pushing it. Look at the fastest lap actually. Is it BB8? No, it's Razkaz. The Razkaz will be picking up 17 points so far.
It's very close though. They're only separated by nearly a 10th.
Yeah. Here we go then. Yeah, look, Bob from the box just dropped off, so let's see how this goes. And Sanders passed Yozzy actually in the stadium section. So
yes, he has. But back to the BB8 Rastas battle. The feud's going to be taken into the first corner, and of course BB8 doing the logical thing, backing off before trying to make a move because he doesn't want to go too cocky into the first 2 corners, or, well, he wouldn't lose the DRS, but he'd have another window of opportunity, and I think he has botched that opportunity up. Yes, he is not going to get anywhere near Rastas into turn 4, and it's Rastas who still has the lead, but not the lead proper because of his penalty. King Ivan has now got 15 seconds of penalties. I'm surprised he's, well, honestly, fair play to him, keeping on, keeping on. I know most other drivers probably wouldn't follow in his footsteps. Not going to say who, but you know. Well, it's true. 4 tenths the gap. This is DRS for BB8. Makes it 3 tenths heading into the stadium, where the crowd continue to roar. How have they not lost their voice?
Maybe they have. Maybe they have. And it's just you just got everyone else just screaming for them now.
Yeah. La Ciudad de Mexico Gran Premio continues.
Oh god, that was awful.
Well, sorry, I'm not fluent in Spanish.
Yeah,
BB8 makes the gap 2 tenths. Can he get the edge in the corners? Oh, he goes over the curbs again. He's got to stop doing that. Going over the... I mean, the end of the outside curbs are fine. The inside is not what you want to do. And he cannot get any closer. Meanwhile, Sander, Yossi and Tam jostling for 4th. Heading out to turn 3 and now to turn 4. It's side by side between Tam and Sander. And it's 5th place for Tam. No response from Sander. 5th for Tam now. And Yossi's going to have to watch his back because Tam is on a roll. You know who else is on a roll, Jack? BB8. 2.5 temps, 3 temps. It's fluctuating and it's going to get falling down by the time he gets to the final corner. And there's a yellow flag. That's King Ivan off camera in turn number 3. He's just had a shock of a day. But now Rasta's starting to run away half a second the gap as Tam and Yossi keep battling in the stadium with Sander here behind. It is a great battle. We have to keep on tab with this battle first. BB8. Oh, and he nearly runs into the back and he has to go to the outside, goes wide out of the turn. What's the speed like in turning 2 and 3? And it's helping Rastas. Meanwhile, Yossi and Tam battling. This is for 4th place. And Tam has run out of energy. Meanwhile, King Ivan, who has warmed up his tyres, he's burnt them to a crisp and has went round like a record once again.
Yeah, because Tam was really slow on the straight, and I was really confused. He didn't even reach 200 miles an hour, but that's probably why he ran out of energy. So yeah, the energy is very hard to.
Keep sorry, I cut you off. Sander has went wide at 5.
That's wide in out of the same section, and that's going to open it up to BB8, who will be potentially closer than ever before in this Grand Prix.
Oh boy!
Second half of the race. Here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be very, very intriguing and interesting to watch.
Tasty.
Oh, Tamman. Yossi! Be careful, boys.
Yeah, please be careful as they keep going. BR4, by the way, got past Sander after he had an incursion off the track.
Oh,
we have to...
Yeah,
we have to cut the top battle. We have to cut to the top fight. BB8 is right behind Rastas again. We'll go back to the fight now. It is a massive fight, but look. BB8 right behind Rastas. Can he find a move? No, he doesn't. And now they head down the middle pack, heading down into turn number 1. And Yossi, how has he not hit him there? 3 now become 5 with PR40K and Tajine joining the action. Look at this.
It's actually incredible. And most of them are on 6-second penalties as well. Only BR4 and Tam, so are not on the 6-second time penalty. But yeah, like I think it's Yossi. Oh, and Yossi's on 9. But
oh dear.
It looked like Yossi lost it in the same section. That's what encouraged BR4 just to attack him a little bit, and that's it.
Yes, there is a way to join this lead, but sign-ups are, I think they're closed right now. What do you think the battle for the lead on lap 6-9 was like, Hamilton and Verstappen? If you're talking about this track, and they were pretty intense. As the battle continues right through the pack at the top right now. BB8 closing the gap again. He's going to do the same thing, just lift the coast into the first corner and then try and strike at 4. He keeps going over. That's what I don't like, Jack. He keeps going over the curve at turn 2. That's probably costing him time.
What, BB8? Yeah. is also very, very on the limit now. He's pushing it. He doesn't care to get the penalty. He wants to win this on track. So Ozzy and Sander going at it again, 1 and 2, maybe 3. Yep. And he's one gone wide. Oh Lord! And here comes BR4.
Oh no! It's far wide! Far wide! This isn't crazy! This is for 5th, by the way. This is for 5th, and BR4 has got the edge, but he shoved Tragine off the track. He's not going to like that one bit, and he goes right back into him. But BR4 gets the lead, gets the 5th place. And Yossi, what is he doing? He's shoving Sander off. He's shoving Sander off. He can't be doing that. He might have to give the position back. And he does. And oh, Yossi, my word.
There we go, BB8.
Yossi giving him a love tap. BB8 now.
Sorry to interrupt you. The weaving.
BB8 comes through Rastaz. Rastaz is having none of it. Rastaz has the inside. BB8 has the outside. And oh, he's made contact with him. And he's hit him again right into the side pod. And that is going to go into the Steward for sure. For sure.
Damage.
Does he have damage?
It's okay.
King Ivan.
Oh, Ivan's out. Ivan's out.
King Ivan is retiring the side.
Safety car.
A safety car.
It's a safety car. It's a full-on safety car, Logan.
And there's only 4 laps of the race to go. They can't. They have to. They can't change tyres. It's too late. They would lose track position. The safety car in this game always comes out, always goes back inside with 2 laps to go. So I can't see them pitting.
Wow. That is a twist to tail we did not need, but this is going to be interesting. What's happening behind?
So what's happening? He's taking the pits. They're both going in.
Oh, they're all going in. Oh, Bob the block.
Bob the block is staying out. He is taking a chance at trying to win this race. Remember, TBBB8, by the way, and Rastaz, they're probably not going to get losing any positions. Bob from the block is going to take the lead, and I'm sure they're going to line up behind. Actually, hold on. Bob, what's happened to Rastaz here? He took a bit longer in the pits. And here's Tam. Tam there in the action. Rastaz is falling down the order.
He's blocked Sander off that, so yeah.
6th place. This is only good news for BB8. BB8 has no penalties. All he has to do is bring it home and he wins, essentially. If he spins anywhere, that's game over.
Yes.
So this race... Actually, is he going to get there in time, BB8? Is he blowing it? I'm sure if the safety car comes in, Bob from the block is going to bolt it as soon as the safety car pulls off.
Bob from the block must be doing what Lewis Hamilton did ages ago, where he's just trying to push the safety car forward.
Too late!
He's there.
Safety car's in this lap. And Bob from the block has no choice but to tempt them into going.
They're all here, they're all here.
But BB8 and Tam, if BB8 actually has soft tyres, this is all BB8.
T-Max fun it. T-Max fun it. There we go then.
There we go. The final 2 laps. This will determine our winner. Bob from the block tries to run away. He's in the wall. He's messed up. How can you do that? Tam takes the lead, but BB8 still on aggregate. Look at the madness happening here. It's an all-out massacre for the victory. It's an all-out massacre heading into the first corner. Rastaz is going to try and poke his way through.
Oh my goodness.
And they're trying to jump BB8. BB8 is a lock horns with Tam. It's 4 away, maybe 5, maybe more, as they head their way down to turn number 3. And now BB8, all he's got to do is keep it together, keep it together. Try and avoid all the madness that's going on. Rastaz is running to the lead, but he has to be 3 seconds clear to win the race. Bob from the block has choked it. And he has thrown away a possible win or podium here tonight. And will get no points.
Wow.
Fashion Gold could be on for a podium, by the way. I can't believe I forgot him. Rastas is in the lead, but he probably only going to get second because BB8 is still got a clean slate after all that. I cannot believe you're not watching it. If you're not watching this, what have you done?
Wow.
Final lap now.
Oh, BB8, be careful.
Please be careful. We don't need another twist in the tail.
I can't believe that logo.
I
That
can't-
was 6 on the restart, by the way.
Yeah, because they all got together and he had the soft tyres, he had the speed, and now they're trying to break clear. Rasta's trying to break clear and take, well, he's probably going to get second place at least. All the chaos behind. Rastas just has to pray for a miracle that BB8 misses and gets a penalty. Has he got any warnings? I'm not sure, actually.
BB8's got 2. He's got 2.
He's got 2. Don't mess it up now. I don't think he will. I think he knows what to do. Just keep it together. And it will be another victory for BB8. His second of the season and take a humongous lead in the championship.
Yeah, he's going very... Penalty!
Oh, he's got a penalty! I don't believe it!
The line he took was too risky!
Rastas has to keep it clean and he'll
God.
win the race. I cannot believe that's happened. It's went all the way down to the final lap. And the miracle of all miracles, Rastas is going to take victory in the most unbelievable way possible in an absolute thriller in F9. BB8 has to settle for second. Tanier's run out of fuel. He's got penalties anyway. Fashion Gold gets a podium with no penalties. Tan fourth. BR4 fifth. Tajine sixth. Sanders seventh. G-Mac eighth. Slipstream ninth. Yossi gets the final point. D-Morts will not score. And ladies and gentlemen, that was the Mexican Grand Prix.
Oh, Lucas, what have we just witnessed? We said it was dormant, a race in the second half.
We've
That
witnessed
safety car threw everything out of the water.
the safety car threw the race on its head. Thank you. Michael Massey's actually quit. I would like to apologise, but ladies and gentlemen, we went car racing. That's all I'm going to say. BB8 is going to be kicking himself that he had made a mistake. All he had to do was keep it together, but he just couldn't. One slight miscalculation has cost him victory.
Oh, wow.
And has suffered the same fate Yossi did in Austria. And Yossi's teammate Rastas has avenged him and taken victory. And that will not be the end of the champagne, I bet you. Rastas that is his second victory. I think it's the second. Yes, it is second victory in a row. He takes, I think... No, he doesn't take the lead of the championship in DNF one race. He is now 4 points behind. D-Mort's got the fastest lap, no fastest lap point, but that is your result. I don't know if you're going to find any race in PSGL, even F1, that beats that this week, because that was a total thriller. I think we're too puffed out to do interviews. I'm tempted to skip.
Yeah, do you know what, right?
I'll ask them, obviously, but, you know, it just feels so weird.
It's just, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we need an interview.
That's all I need to say. It's, oh, Jesus, what a race.
I don't know how it... Go on.
It's not getting topped. That's not getting topped.
Not for the whole season. Maybe in... But that's Formula 1 for you, ladies and gentlemen. The most thrilling sport on the planet. Who says it's boring? Yeah, the same guys maybe win, but I tell you, on a good day, that's what I can do. Right. I'm gonna get the people in the lobby because usually it breaks. So here we go.
Yeah, it breaks when I do it.
All right. That's me got them. Can you still hear me, Jack?
Yes.
I'd just like to remind you, in case you haven't forgotten, we are sponsored by Grid Rival and GT Omega for the entirety of the season. Not that that matters right now. I think I need to sit in a GT Omega seat right now to cool off.
Honestly.
Time. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? You had all the aces.
I absolutely threw it away.
Yeah. You did the inverse of what Yossi did. Throw it away at the last and take advantage.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes, unfortunately, sometimes. If it wasn't for that, we'd be saying congratulations, but unfortunately that will have to wait for another day. You still lead the championship, though, by 4 points. But I cannot imagine what was going through your head during the safety car. That was... Oh, my word.
I found safety car was absolutely incredible at the right time. Because...
Of course.
But Restes has just absolutely ridiculous restart at he was like 5 places behind, I think, so...
Yeah, he was 6. He went into the pits and he got overtaken by a bunch of drivers. And then he goes the send of his life to take the lead. The miracle, the Christmas miracle comes 4 months early and wins. How can you make that up? Oh wait, they did that in December. Sorry, I like 44 fans.
Expecting such a good restart from Restes.
I know. I'm starting to try and process what the hell has just happened. Please excuse me.
BBA, I just want to jump in here.
Yeah.
Why did you push so hard on the last lap? You knew you had a gap. You knew you had the gap. You knew you had the penalty in the advantage. It's just like I just want to like, get. I know you took the corner a little bit off, like the line wise the first part. So I can see why you tried to try and perfect it. But look, these things happen in racing. You just gotta.
It's racing.
Yeah.
You just gotta bounce back. You still do the championship anyway.
I thought he maybe had only 3 warnings, so maybe he could get one removed, and then I would still will be second. So, but in the end he had 4, so it wouldn't matter. But
yeah,
it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wish we could get Bob from the block. What the hell happened to Bob? He had the chance to win it.
Yeah, I actually didn't know why he didn't pit at.
I don't know either.
Because he had a pretty large gap and he could easily go to 3rd with.
Exactly.
It was an epic race, and to be fair, you were part of it, BB8. What are your thoughts on the whole battle, the 4-way battle?
I
going
found
into 3?
quite fun, actually.
Did you find it hard to like focus, or like was you just keeping concentration on where the car's limits were?
Oh, it was actually pretty easy to follow, but hard to overtake. So.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're getting any of the Eva drivers either. I'm just trying to get Rastas. So he says, "What a race, mate! I don't have words."
I think that's all that needs to be said.
There's nothing to be said. We saw it happen in front of our very eyes.
It's just, wow.
Yeah, it happened to someone in F10 as well. Bob from the Blocks crash. I'll see if that's the true. Pardon me. Yeah, that is unbelievable. How? Sorry. What? How?
Oh man, that's epic race.
Yeah. Shall we leave it there? Have we got any more words to say about BB-8 other than, well, I wouldn't actually say well done, but well done on giving it all you got. It was just such an unfortunate ending, and many commiserations, all honesty. Of course, we've got a few rounds to go. Japan is next. How are we feeling about Japan?
I like that track. I like the track because it's not my worst, so
Yeah.
I think I can do pretty good there. So
Well, that'll be for the next week. But first of all, I'll let you go and relax and, get some. Well, actually, yeah, you probably already had dinner. It's 10:30 over there.
it's 10:30.
Yeah,
Almost.
The Netherlands. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it would be 10:30 because you're in Central Europe. Western Europe. You know what I mean. All right. Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you for being here. And what has been. There's a race. There is no words. You just saw it happen. If you've just started watching, please go start it from the start. Don't go to the 50th minute or wherever the most played is. Go to the start because it won't tell you the full story. That was the end result. We want you to see the full story. If that's not motor racing, I don't know what is. Jack?
Logan.
Anything?
Honestly, I have no words. I have no words.
Okay. I guess we'll be gone. Thank you very much for watching what has been the most insane race I've done in ages. Thank you to GT Omega and Grid Rival for supporting the league and continuing to over the few months. And thank you to all the drivers who competed tonight. I'll see you next week, same time, same place, in Japan, Suzuka International Racing Course for the 5th round of the season. It's BB-8 that keeps the lead of the championship, but Rastas stole it at the death. And that is because we went car racing.